Hey everybody, this is Eddie with Smart Latino Money. I'm out here at the track in the park this morning. Most mornings I walk before starting my workday. It's a habit I got into about 15 years ago. And I have to say that I actually love walking. I'm definitely not a runner, but walking, well, it helps me wake up, clear my head, and it gets me ready for my workday. And it's a topic that I wanted to talk to you about today. As Latinos, your health impacts your wealth more than anything. Look, we all have slightly different financial goals. Most of us may not even realize it, but we obviously want to enjoy our life, retire comfortably, perhaps travel, spend a little time with family, support our parents, maybe even go back to school or start a business. But there's one thing that could ruin all these plans, and that's your health. And if you're Latino like me, this is even more serious because our communities are facing high rates of chronic illness, and it's putting our health and our wealth at risk. So, I want to take a few minutes to talk to you today about why investing in your health and wealth, starting in your 20s and 30s, is one of the smartest financial moves that you can make. Let's get into it. It's obvious that our health is important, but for many of us, it just doesn't register that our health is one of our biggest financial assets. If we ignore it, it can actually become our biggest liability. For example, did you know that 8 out of 10 of us will have at least one chronic condition, and 5 out of 10 of us will have 2 or more? It's crazy when we think about that. Now, Latinos have a 50% chance of developing type 2 diabetes in our lifetimes. That means half of our families will be impacted by this disease. Now, in addition, take into account that the average U.S. adult couple will have to have over $315,000 to cover basic healthcare expenses when they retire. That's a huge price tag, and much of it is tied to preventable health issues. Now, if you're not taking care of your body, you're basically creating future bills for yourself. So let's break down what poor health actually costs you. For example, missed work due to sickness equals lost income. It's obvious that if you have long-term illness, you're going to also have higher insurance premiums, deductibles, and of course, out-of-pocket costs. If you have any sort of disability, well, that pretty much equals forced early retirement and reduced earning potential. If you have high medical debt, you'll likely have to delay goals like home ownership, travel, and building wealth. Now, if you have diabetes, you're spending nearly $17,000 on healthcare every year. That's double the average person. For many Latino families, that's the difference between building wealth and living paycheck to paycheck. Now, let's be real. As Latinos, we have to be extra mindful of what we eat and how we live. So we need to take care of ourselves starting when we're younger. In fact, did you know that 40% of Latinos are obese? Now, I think that number is kind of actually low, but it's about 4 out of 10 of us. And our kids, of course, are struggling too, with nearly 26% of Latino youth classified as obese. Look, our food is delicious, but we need balance. When we stray away from homemade food, that's when we get into trouble. So that basically means having less food outside the home, having less soda, having fewer processed snacks, having more fresh food, and of course having more movement, exercise, and fewer hours glued to the screens. Look, it's not about looking good. It's about staying alive, staying strong, and keeping our wallets healthy too. So here's how you can start investing in your health today, even on a tight budget. Number 1, you have to move every day. Walking is free, running is free, although I prefer walking. Look, exercise is a powerful antidote to all the things we just talked about. Number 2, eat real food. Build meals around protein, vegetables, low carbs, and of course water. Number 3, go to the doctor and the dentist. Untreated dental issues can lead to heart problems and expensive care later. Unfortunately, I lost my father because he avoided going to the doctors and he ignored symptoms. Number 4, it's important to prioritize our sleep and, of course, our mental health. Stress is a silent but deadly killer. Number 5, it's important to know your family history. Get ahead of what runs in your bloodline. Understand what may be around the corner. Now, all of this together is like compound interest. You have to start early. You have to stay consistent. And trust me, it's going to pay off big later. Now, if you have kids, you're not just building for yourself. You're setting the tone for them too. For example, consider opening a 529 savings plan. It's way easier than you think it is. Even $25 a month grows over time. Teach your kids to love real food, not just hot Cheetos and soda or anything that's convenient. Walk together, ride bikes, cook at home. Make health and money normal topics that we discuss regularly. It's not just about saving for your kids, it's about teaching them to save for themselves, from disease, from debt, and ultimately from the struggle that you and I are way too familiar with. Now, think about this. We're always told to build wealth with a side hustle, real estate, stocks, but we also need to protect the one thing that lets us enjoy it all, our bodies. Financial freedom means nothing if your knees don't work and your doctor bills are bleeding you dry. So yes, open up that Roth IRA. I'll be talking about that in another video. Build that business, buy that house, but also drink water, move your body, exercise, get enough sleep. Because Smart Latino Money isn't just about saving more, it's about living more. Listen, no matter at what age you're at, it's not too late and it's never too early. So let me just quickly break this down. In your 20s, this is the time to build habits, walk, cook your own meals, start saving even if it's just $10 a week. Learn about money and don't get pressured into every flashy investment like crypto. You're building your financial foundations here in your 20s. Now, in your 30s, maybe you've got kids. Maybe you're working 2 jobs. I get it. But this is when your health starts to matter even more. So schedule those checkups. Prioritize your sleep. Start your retirement account. Even if you started late, you're still early compared to most. And in your 40s and 50s, this is your catch-up power time. Our health, our money, all plays a key role during this time. Start paying attention to your blood pressure, your sugar levels, your cholesterol, and if you haven't already, get serious about savings. Don't beat yourself up. Just get focused. You still got time to shift the game. In your late 50s and 60s, this is where you protect what you've built. Keep your body moving. Don't let your health slip now. You want to enjoy the freedom that you've earned. So meet with someone about your finances and make a plan. You're not done. You're just entering your power years. Now, in your 70s and 80s, continue to focus on your mobility, simplicity. You've lived, now make the most of it. Enjoy your family. Pass down what you've learned about money, about health, about life. That's true legacy. So wherever you are, just start. Walk around the block. Open a savings account. Cook one meal this week. These small steps all add up. Trust me, I'm doing it with you. And if you're interested, download my free health and wealth checklist. It's in the description below. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Smart Latino Money tips.